We're going to have a little look at Wild Thing by the Troggs. It's a guitar classic, people. We only need a handful of chords. We need 4 in total. 3 of them we already know. The first is an A major. Then we need a D major. We need an E major. And I'll tell you the 4th chord in a minute. That'll keep you watching, won't it, if I tell you that later. So, let's get into the riff. I'm going to show you the main riff first. So there's a part of this tune everyone recognises. This. Okay, now I'll talk you through it. It's super easy. This is one of those songs you can get down pretty quickly if your chords are clean. The rhythm's nice and straightforward, and your friends and family and listeners will know what it is you're playing, which is always nice. It's one of those classic sing-along tunes. So, let's take the A major. We're going to play it as an open position chord down at this end of the neck. There's a couple of options when it comes to how we can fret or finger that chord. Now, we need 2, 2 and 2, 2nd fret on the D, G and B string. Now, I've probably shown you before on tuition books and chords, sort of dictionaries and books show you to play that with the 1st finger on the D string, 2nd finger on the G string and the 3rd finger on the B string. Like that. And then you've got that open top E string and A string either side of that, straddling it if you like. Yep. Now, that absolutely works brilliantly to transition from the A after 2 down strums to the D is completely doable, and that's going to crop up in loads of classic songs, loads of songs you're going to want to learn at some point. So it's brilliant, this song, for changing between A, D and E. Some people find it difficult to change from the A major to D major using that 1, 2, 3 D, G and B string approach. What some people do is flip around, or invert if you like, the kind of finger choice on each string. They go for the 2nd finger on the D string at the 2nd fret. It's controversial, I know. They put the 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and they put the 3rd finger, where it would have been anyway, on the 2nd fret of the B string. So, let me show you what the advantage of this way of doing it is. So I'm going to do my 2 strums on A. Then when I change to D, my 1st finger doesn't need to move. It's already in the right place. I'll just show you that again. So, 1st finger's on the 2nd fret of the G for the A. 2 of those strums, both down. Little rest, and then I go to the D, and I don't need to move my 1st finger. Okay, that is an option. Now, some of the more experienced guitarists out there might play their A major with a cheeky bar across the 2nd fret with the 1st finger getting the 2nd fret of the D, G and B simultaneously. That voicing, no, that's sorry, not voicing, that's the incorrect term. That way of fingering that voicing of the chord means that we're probably not going to hear the top E string note. We're going to get, so I've got A string resonating, D string resonating, G string resonating, B string resonating, and I'm kind of muting that top E string. That is still an A major chord. We've still got all the tones we need in that chord. We've got an A, an E, and a C sharp. We've got an A, an E, and a C sharp, which is what we need in an A major triad. If we accidentally bar the top string and put that tone in there, that's an F sharp. You don't really want that in there. That's a bit too A6y. Don't worry too much if that doesn't make any sense. But if you're going to bar across the 2nd fret D, G and B string, just make sure you're not accidentally getting the 2nd fret of the top string in. Okay. So, let me reiterate those options. You might want to play your A major with the 1st finger on the D string, 2nd finger on the G string, and 3rd finger on the B string. That's how we've seen it up until now. That's absolutely brilliant. You may want to readjust and put the 2nd finger on the D, 1st finger on the G, 3rd finger on the B. Or you may want to bar across the D, G and B with just the index finger. Do whichever feels easiest for you. Perfect. Okay, D major we already know. That's kind of that triangle shape. 1st finger, 2nd fret of the G, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B, 2nd finger on the top string of the 2nd fret. E major! I use, for this kind of tune, I use my first finger on the G at the first fret, second finger on the second fret of the A, and the third finger on the second fret of the D. Okay, let's go through the rhythm. We're going to get this. The whole way through. For the main riff, yeah? So if I put the chords with that. You can hear that rhythm, that. Yeah, now we could dissect that from a kind of rhythmic notation point of view. It's two crotchets, quaver rest and a quaver then a crotchet, so you get this 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. You don't really need to think about that with a song like this. The rhythm is so apparent throughout the tune. Listen to the song. The best way you're going to absorb the kind of rhythmic detail of that riff is to just listen. Listen, 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 play along. Now, an exercise I found useful, a few times I've taught this to people, they've kind of gone, oh, I never know what chord comes next. So say the chord progression. A, D, E, D. Yep, so 2 strums of A, 2 strums of D, 2 strums of E, back to 2 strums of D. And then you could mute the strings. So we're not worrying about any specific chord, we're just using the backs of the fingers to have muted strings. And you could strum the strings and say the chord A, D, D, E, E, D, D. A, D, D, E, E, D, D. Okay? Now the benefit of that is if you can fret the chords and get them sounding clean, you're ready to play this song. But what I've seen sometimes is people kind of with gusto go A, oh, what comes next? D, D, oh, what's next? E, E. And they'll say to me, I can't change between A and D quickly. Then I'll go, just play me an A, followed by a D, and they'll do it really smoothly. I think more the problem there is that they haven't internalized the progression that needs to happen for this riff. So if you can kind of mute the strings, A, D, D, E, E, D, D, yeah? And then play them, play the chords, play the damn things. A, D, D, E, E, D, D. My kind of brain and my muscle memory is prompted to kind of move to the next stage a bit more kind of smoothly. I hope that makes sense. Okay, now, I've been showing you the main riff of this song. There's a couple of other parts we need to know about. The very beginning of the song doesn't follow the same progression, but it does use the same chords. So, let's refer to the very beginning of the song as the intro. We're gonna go A, D, D, E. And we're just gonna do 4 strums on the E, just to keep it simple. So it's A, D, D, and E, 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 E. I'll play it without talking now. 2, 3, 4, and... Once we've done that, we are going to go to the main riff. So that's your main riff. I just resolved to an A because that's the kind of tonal centre, and it would have driven me mad if I left it lingering on that D. So, to reiterate, the intro, A, D, D, E, E, E. Yeah, that's how we're going to play it. Then the main riff. Now we do that main riff 3 times. That's a new bit of information. So this kind of tag we get after 3 times on the main riff, we get A, D, D. That's E, 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 E. And then we're gonna do, let me just show you that bit again actually. Ooh. So we get A, D. That's 4 strums on the A. 1, 2, 3, 4 quavers. But we've all all down strums. And then we get our new chord. It sounds a little bit kind of ropey in isolation, but when we go, it's kind of a classic part of this tune. The new chord is called G6. So we get G6 to an A major. Okay, now I'll talk you through how to play G6. We're going to play open D, open G, open B, open E. That's it. Followed by an A, followed by a G6, followed by an A. And that last A rings for 4 beats, a semi-brief, so we get. Now, not to encourage you not to pay attention to detail when you're playing this thing, but you can be a little bit kind of gung-ho with that G6. If you accidentally played the A, doesn't sound terrible. I'll extract the A, so just get the D, G, B and E. Sounds a little bit cleaner like that, but the listener probably isn't going to know if you go. So don't worry too much, but if you can, and I suggest you try, hone in on D, G, B and E for G6, then for the A, the top 5 strings, then the G6, back to the top 4, back to the top 5 for A. Super duper. Okay, once you've done it once, you play it another 3 times. Back to 1, 2, 3, 4. A, D, D, E, E, D, D. Round and round, yeah. Okay, I haven't told you the roadmap of the song, the kind of structure through it, because I want you to use your ears and listen. There's a big recorder solo in there, which I don't expect you to play, but the other parts that I've shown you will get you through this tune. The A major, D major, E major, and G6, which we've just learned. That constant downbeat rhythm that crops up for most of the song, and the couple of variations I've shown you crop up throughout the tune. Listen to it, I implore you, listen, 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 play along where you can, and you will be able to play this guitar classic. Enjoy!